Very good evening to all of you guys. So I hope everybody is doing well, and I believe some of you might be happy, and to whatever I know, some of you are also kind of little scared about the exams being pushed to a different date. So let me just wait in for a couple people to join in. Hi to all of you saying hi. Let me just give a minute to sink in. I just have to pull out even something. So meanwhile, let me also do that. And we will be talking about a workable revised plan so that which we can, kind of use it right now. Okay, just give it a minute. I will bring in 1 second. We're also looking at the revised notification. So therein okay, so hi Lavanya, hi Narendra, all of you, hi to all of you. So in here, before we take in or take use about anything of this, we will straight away talk about what it is. Just give me a minute to sink in. Here, let's go ahead and so please upload auditing standards. A revision video is already there, Narendra. Whatever we are talking about is already there. So I don't know what exactly are you asking. So we will get to have that soon. Okay, more people coming in. Amrita, Sarangan, hi to all of you guys. Just give me a minute in here. I will just want to do something. Okay, so just let me do a small thing here. So yeah, and of course the color, let's go with this. Okay, so guys, coming in up, so we have the revised schedule down there. So your IPCC inter exams. Right now, let's go ahead. We talk about what? Group 1 on 28th, 30th, 1st and 3rd. Group 2, wherein we are talking about IPCC. You will have it on 6th, 8th and 10th, wherein this extra for inter is also on 12th. Okay, so beauty. And what are we bothered about? Right away, I am bothered about both these because 8 and 10, I like it. We have solid another 1 week's time or 5 days time for those guys writing only group 2, and I have still know a lot of people who have to only write these 2 papers because they got exemptions in both the other papers. So that's kind of amazing. But now let's go about dealing with how we are going to try and talk about some things that we can do, do's and don'ts, and we try and revise things around group 2 world syllabus. Yeah, Abdul, so all of you guys who are watching this or who are going to watch later, the idea behind what I'm doing in this particular segment or in this session is, see, my idea is to bring in some kind of awareness. Now, what has actually happened? Where was your exam earlier? See, this is all about in June, right? Now, which just means that the whole of May, which was slated to be have 31 days. Now, this plus 5 extra for those writing only group 2. Okay, now considering this, now that about the fact of considering this to be one of the important things. Now all that I suggest is, see, you have 31 extra days, and if you're pretty much writing only group 2, you have a great edge of 36 days, which just means that you have earned 12 additional days per subject. And like I said, if people have exemption in advance accounting and this, they have to write only audit and ITSM, and then you have earned nothing like 18 days extra plus whole of March and April. You understand what you're doing? Because let me go by, even today's stats, you still have 18 productive days in March, barring the fact that I'm considering from this, 30 complete days of April, which is 48 days in all, which is still giving you an amazing time. So even if your exam was on 1st of May or 2nd of May as planned as the earlier schedule, you still are looking at a great deal of time with 48 days writing only group 2. And if you're writing both groups, you still are having 7 subjects and 7 days per subject roughly almost, which is still amazing. Now, what has this added up to? This 36 days extra for group 2 is simply made 48 to go by. Of course, you guys already had 10 extra days in May, so say that plus this 36 now gives you a whopping 84 days, unimaginable amount of time. Okay, this once happened way back in 2014. Okay, so of course because of the general elections again, and then I think it happened in 2009. Whenever there are general elections, this tend to happen. Now, what do we pick up from this? Where do we go? Like say for instance, this total time roughly close to anything, even if you are, but right now the plan is just because you have that extra time, you're not supposed to chill. Okay, all that you need to do is to have a very safe plan. So what do you do now is, first up again, I'm going back to my basics, wherein earlier I've told you, first up, is there any need for you to do classes? Those of you who haven't done classes, right, classes not done till now, right, you've been doing self-study, I suggest you pick up classes right now, because that could help you a great deal, because you have the advantage, because people who were doing group 2 earlier are already working as article assistants here and there. A great deal of you can spend 2 hours in the evening coming back from articles. You still have 2 hours daily. If you're still doing articles before you pick up the leave, you still will have this extra 30 days. I've given you 70 hours. I'm just saying 35 days equal to 2 hours. That will help you finish one subject. And then those of you who haven't done any crash courses, who believe that will help you, straight away crash courses are yes, go for those, because all crash courses will be lined up or scheduled to be slated only in maximum by April. Okay, unless exclusively if maximum April 20th this will be done. Okay, so 2 things, those of you who haven't done classes, take it up, because you have ample amount of time. You haven't done classes for ITSM at all. I mean, going to the exam without doing that could be probably a risky stuff. You don't want to risk yourself, then definitely finish your classes, because you have ample amount of time. Even if you take up the whole of the group classes, you'll still be able to finish, because each subject is roughly around 80 to 90 hours. So I mean, if you can categorize it properly, you will still have time to finish it by end of April, which is amazing, because still you have whole of May and the 5 days of June to revise. So even if I'm saying that you pick up 15 days of March and your 30 days of April, herein you haven't done any classes. If you have any classes lined up here, you have 45 days. You haven't done, then go online. By online class, you still end up just sparing 2 hours per subject. You can pull out that in the morning and 2 hours in the evening. You can still finish up subjects by 30th April, and that's only when you're studying with 4 hours a day time, even if you're doing articles. And if you're not, straight away go for absolutely, you have all the time in the day, you finish your classes, because that's very, very important. All of you who have been trying to ignore classes because of articles or because of something else, now you have ample amount of time. You first do that. And those of you who already finished your classes, you might think that it will be beneficial if you go for a crash course in whichever city, state, wherever you are. Figure out what can be done, and you can as well try and deal with that, because that is also another important aspect that can revise, because crash course can revise you once, and that will help you a great deal of redoing the subject, revision will be done. One thorough revision under somebody's guidance, that can help you a great deal. Now if that happens, and once that can be taken care of, you can easily go around doing this. Now this precisely is what your study plan can be. Then taking it forward from here, if you have finished your class by here, you have a whole of May to do the revision. Now how do you go about doing revision in May? You might want to write mock exams for yourself. See, you don't have to really pick up or go by any schedule. Guys, I'll take your questions. I see some of them asking some questions. Don't worry, I'll take all your questions. Let me finish what I wanted to say, because extra 36 days is not a joke. This is one such golden attempt. And of course, you know that May 2019 is coming with 30 MCQs or 30 marks of MCQs, to be more precise. Okay, so how do we maximize, or how do we capitalize in gathering this? Because it's extra 36 days of cushion what you can do. The great deal, a lot of people who have been worried about not doing classes, you guys can do this. This is wherever nearly, if you have a face-to-face class available in your city space, you can go there. Otherwise you can always do online classes. And if you want to reach out about any online classes, you can as well reach out to the admin on this page. They will help you with that. Then here, after you finish this revision, now try to do mock exams for yourself. Okay, and then on our Instagram platform, we're coming up with a schedule wherein a revised schedule will be planned very soon. Very soon in the sense, I'm not going to even take a long time. I'm going to start up because we want so much of extra time, and I want to give ample amount of time and break the syllabus up in proper patterns. And then we are planning to come up with some test series for MCQs alone. So that also will be announced on what platform and how. All that will be soon done. Now this extra month in May, we are revising by the time you settle down up. See, because, and I don't know, see, like election campaigns will be going on throughout, I don't know in what comfort zones you people stay. So you might find a lot of, campaigning, noise going around, might find a lot of traffic being halted. So be careful with all that, because end of the day, you need to know how you spend your time productively. And all those guys doing articles, this is a golden chance for you. Like you guys can pick up that extra time, ask for a little extra leave in that case, and then if you can mix and match, you can still participate in all your audits till April. You can still take that May month off because you still get that time. So all those guys who are doing a self-study and risking of themselves, this is a great and golden chance for you to revive all of that what you're doing. Then, so if you are through with this and all of what you've been doing, okay, let me take a couple of questions you've been asking here. So give strategy for full-time CA Group 2 student new syllabus. Hari, I've already made a couple of videos back in time with respect to what you're supposed to break down the syllabus with. It's a syllabus breakdown strategy. But what I can now do is I can give you guys a strategy. Then, is it necessary for new intermediate students to go through old IPCC RTP's exam papers? Which subject are you talking about? Arvind, if you're talking about audit, yeah, not an issue except for one or two things. Old syllabus guys, RTPs can also be gone through by new syllabus. Vice versa, you guys can do it because much of your syllabus is in common for audit. Probably you can do the same thing for much of the syllabus in strategic management. But when you really talk about IT and EIS, they're completely two different things, so don't venture about doing something. Ganga Ramesh, hi sir, please provide MCQs PDF. Ramesh, what will you do with the PDF? If you can let me know that, I will definitely provide you with the PDF. If you can convince me saying that, I providing you a PDF to you on MCQs will be of any help. All those guys who've been watching us regularly, I'm just telling you one thing, I am not against the concept of providing PDFs, but please understand, PDFs, the first thing that you will ask me is of PDFs, then after a few days you will ask for answers to cross check, and then you will start doing mix and match. Please understand guys, there's no substitute for concept. I've exclusively made a video on how to handle MCQs, so do not really worry. I understand 30 marks is an important thing, right? What you're still forgetting is in audit, if you look at the audit RTP, you still find true or false, or that is correct, incorrect. Now what if they ask you 30 marks MCQs and then also ask you to write true or false along with the reasons? You're still losing marks, but that's all a real point. See, for MCQs, don't run behind materials, right? This on this platform, I will of course anyway share towards the end. Try and kind of share a PDF, but please do not resort to those PDFs and solving them now. Don't take this offensive, guys. I'm just trying to guide you in the right direction. Ramesh and sir, what about CMA inter dates are clashing with CA exams? I'm writing both. Mohan, I have absolutely no clue. Kindly excuse me on that because I'm not even sure what these CMA dates are. So really sorry about that. Sir, I had purchased SM class but I did not receive any MCQ material. You won't receive any MCQ material also. Please understand. And on this platform, we've been uploading all MCQ questions on our Insta platform. Lots of questions chapter wise are there. So Suresh, this right now what you see on screen, the center one, that's our Insta handle. You will find all questions uploaded there. The reason, guys, once again, do not take it really offensive. I'm just saying that taking in PDF and trying to revive, who has told that that from that PDF questions are going to directly come in the exam? We don't really know, no, because this is the first time even we are seeing what kind of questions are going to come, and until we really see, if you see the RTP, see the level of questions. Show me any PDF compilation which has that level of questions, because to give you 200 questions, 300 questions, 400 questions, we're trying to create very, very simple questions which I believe are not going to be asked for 1 mark. So guys, please do not take it very offensively. I am just alerting you, saying that a PDF material. So see, if I'm putting up 10 questions on my Insta platform of MCQs, those 10 are not picked up from anywhere, or like okay, yeah, 1 or 2 here and there I pick up, but otherwise they're all compiled exclusively keeping the level of exam in mind, keeping what options can be there, what is being what can mislead you. We're trying to do all that, and then we come up with the answers as well. It's not like we throw up the questions, right? Every 24-hour schedule, we post questions, then we post the answers, we discuss with people who are asking doubts directly, and then of course I do understand that it becomes a difficult on a daily basis for me to record video explanations for 10 questions, but still, wherever possible, we've been doing that. We will be trying to explain those answers, and we're coming up with a revised schedule there soon. So stay updated, do not worry about it. We will, by the time you reach the exam hall, write the exam, you'll be thorough with all the MCQs. Do not really worry about it. Sir, is 2 hours per day for article students sufficient? So 2 hours per day for article students sufficient. Now, like say, I said 2 hours per subject. If you watched carefully what I said, if you are doing the subject now, if you are revising it, if you can start with anywhere between, see, 2 hours per day, I said 2 slots. So it's like 4 hours if you can pull it off. And those guys who are doing articles, we can pull off, wake up early in the morning, pull off for 2 hours, come back in the evening, pull 2 hours. I think that's great because you guys have extra time now. If you're doing classes, if you're only in the verge of not doing classes and you're revising anything, then I don't think that will be a real problem. You can start out with that 4 hours and then you can pull off. I think yes, 4 to 6 hours, 4 hours of productive time also should be done till the time you finish articles, because if you're studying 0 till you take leave from articles, I don't think that's a great idea. Okay, so Maruti, you can go with that. 2 hours morning and evening should do it. I guess got your point. So please provide a daily plan for group 2 new syllabus. Hari, the point on doing a daily syllabus is ideal only with 2 subjects, and even you have other subjects in group 2. So how will I really be able to do that? So you make a plan, you reach me out and share your plan with us. We will help you say that whether your plan is good for going on or not. But otherwise, you can even tell me how long each thing takes. So day wise plan. See, I always, again, for all the past students who've been watching this, I've told them so many times, my plan will be my plan. If I plan for you, it doesn't really make sense, and I don't think it will work for you. So you make a plan, try understand, and then if there is anything that you can do in the ups and downs, maybe you want to clarify the number of hours and all that we can help you with. But preparing a daily plan and giving, that will be my plan, and I don't think you will be effectively able to execute that. What will be the right approach to students studying ITSM without taking coaching class and going to appear for the first time? Pratish, okay, that's a good question, but Pratish, the point is, I've just highlighted the negatives of self-study. I'm not saying that, ITSM is one such subject wherein I am again not saying guidance is compulsory. You get carried away with things. You have, if you're not going any class, then you can absolutely go with the institute's study material, because that's the best book that is there. You're trying to do any author's book, I mean, up to your choice, but you try to make things easy. You're not trying to understand the concept, you're just trying to by heart that. That's a problem. So somebody trying to do ITSM for the first time, you need understanding of the concept. Now I don't know how you by yourself can give that. That's the only point. But otherwise, if you're able to read a concept, understand for yourself, and then you find revision techniques to memorize, I think that makes sense. Like if you are able to understand the concept, that solves the whole problem. Okay, so that's what it is. That's what you need to see there. Sir, the way of your teaching is excellent, but please provide important questions for ITSM. Suresh, you listen to all my lectures, okay? So you will not find a real problem. Like why I've told several times in my classes, if you heard it carefully, that if there is something that I know what is important, I will only teach you that. Why will I teach you the whole book? So please kindly cooperate with what I'm saying, because if I give a set of important questions and if things don't come out or turn out from that, because I've been teaching for years now, and I've seen almost all the questions in any corner of the book here and there, they have been asked in exam at least once. So according to me, everything that is given in the book is important, and that's exactly why they put it up. What comes in your exam is up to you. So if I give you a set of important questions and they don't come, so I'm a strong believer of one thing. I don't know why this might sound really offensive to a lot of people, but see, the very fact that I'm not encouraging giving a lengthy set of PDFs for MCQs, or giving important questions for the exams, or making things simpler by giving you shortcuts or study concepts, I am not trying to, because see, if that doesn't help you, end of the day you will blame me. I am not really worried about that, because you don't really get to blame me anytime, because exam is yours. But knowing that that is not the right approach, I don't think that that's something good on my part to do things. It's more like discouraging you to do something which you're not, encouraging you to do something that you're not supposed to do. And I really don't prefer doing that. So I hope you guys get the essence of what I'm trying to say. It's all for your good. See, because if I give you important questions, what will you do? You start tending to focus on that. If I give you a PDF, you'll start really focusing on that. So you will lose the element of surprise. 1, 2, you will never tend to be excited to be answered. Right? Our guys on the Insta platform, they're so excited about, answering all the 10 questions, right? Because we do put up the names of people who answer all questions right on our Insta platform as star performers, and they want to be one of those. Like that kind of motivates you to do better. And we go by a schedule, and you go revise the schedule. Now, like say it doesn't take real time. I will say if I put a schedule, it takes 2-3 hours for you to revise, and then go there. And right now even we are planning to give you proper time slots for answering. So I don't think like you should try and be worried about that. So don't worry, Suresh. Just try first, finish off the subject, have a conceptual understanding, be thorough with that. Nothing can stop you from doing anything that okay. So please provide both groups preparation strategy. Subramaniam, both groups, if you're talking about what do you say, old syllabus. See, I might want to tell you something, because again, I'm not an expert in the other subjects as of now, but I can tell you what first you got to try and, for all those guys who are doing both groups, it's not just for him. So let me quickly have a word for all those guys here who are doing both groups. Okay, so all those guys doing both groups, I want you guys to face out here in accounting 1, 2, FM, costing and taxation. Along with this, in a daily schedule, you're having 2 of these. Then mix up one of these, law, audit, IT, SM. You have to mix up, and you have to do. So one of the best studies of both groups is like, you do 3 subjects a day in time slots. At least a minimum of 2 or 3. Don't stick to only one subject and run down that for 1 week or 10 days and then make your life miserable with that in a later point in time. So all that I want you to do is stick to this 2 or 3 subjects a day. Mix it up. Like say you're doing accounting 1 and then FM. because or there also, you know, like how you go with 2 problematic papers and one one from these, one theoretical where you talk about this. Okay, so going by that, what will happen is you mix it in 2 problematic, you go one subject with group 1, one subject with group 2, and then you can go group 1 and group 2 on alternate days, and that keeps you alive with almost all the subjects at all time. First thing is, like, you know, you will not get the feeling that I'm doing only one group. I have a feeling that a lot of people are like, I'm concentrating first in the first group. You know what happens with that? You, in the verge of doing that completely well, you tend to spend more time on that, and end of it you will be like, okay, I can little loosen up on group 2. So you're losing the edge of getting great marks in group 2. I've seen most people do that. So if you're trying to focus on one group, make up your mind, focus only on one group, do that, get your job done. But if you're focusing on doing both groups, you got to mix it up. You know, first I'll finish one, then I'll start second one. I don't think it's ideally a great strategy. Okay, so you go with this. I think this will help you a great deal. One from group 1, one problematic paper in the morning maybe, then mix it up. See, use your active parts of the day for these subjects, law, audit, IT, SM. Use your active parts of the day, because see, even when you are a slightly dull or, you know, little, you can still sit and solve a problem, but you can never study a subject. You know what happens with something like audit? You picked up audit right after lunch. You know what that can do? Audit is that kind of a medicine right after lunch. It will put you to sleep in less than 7 to 10 minutes. Okay, that depends on how much your resistance levels are. You simply go off to sleep, you'll just use that book to cover your face. I'm not joking on this, but that's a serious fact. You know why? Because that's not an active part of the day, and you're not supposed to do these kind of subjects. You wake up, you're fresh, you absolutely have 100% energy, you can give that, do these subjects. Because they need reading, they need concentration. I'm not saying that these subjects don't, but they force you to do. Now, like say you're doing an accounting problem, you're not focused on it, you will get wrong answer. So that will force you to do the problem again. But here, that's not the problem. You read a paragraph, then you will ignore a paragraph, then you will be dull, then you will throw the book aside for some time, then you will pick up, be a little on social media, then come back and try to do something. So this gets you all that negative vibe. What can be done in 1 hour of very productive time will take sometimes 2 hours and 3 hours and waste a lot of time. So guys, use your effective parts of the day for, you know, spending on these subjects and reading a little bit of taxation and all that. Costing, FM, advanced accounting, push yourself to do your problems even. You're a little sleepy, take a walk, you know, like you can get up, refresh yourself for 5-10 minutes, come back, have some, you know, have some water, have some cool drinks and then whatever you prefer, wash your face, come back and do it. That's pretty much workable here. Irrespective of what you do here, you know, it's going to consume a part of your brain. So be very careful with that. Use your active parts of the day for these subjects. That's going to be, I think that might have kind of helped all those people who have, you know, writing both groups. Okay, so sir, I purchased your IDSM class, not yet started studying. Now extra days can surely help us. Aruna, what are you waiting for? Study them fast. Okay, Rangaswamy sir, all auditing, all standards of accounting notes. So auditing, all standard of accounting notes, please, or classes. Accounting standards, I'm absolutely not sure. Auditing standards, the revision set of things are already there. Okay, Aruna says from Pune, Maharashtra, want to invite you to Pune. Sure, I will soon come down to Pune. So your class is so motivational. Thank you. You're welcome, Rangaswamy. No. So pinpoint knowledge in auditing standards required or overall concept is sufficient. See, first try to understand the overall idea of what a standard is trying to say, and then certain standards, certain keywords. If you're listening to my class, which you said, I will definitely emphasize on which point is important, because there are certain keywords in a standard, there are certain key points in a standard which we would like to really, you know, you can really relate yourself to that standard. Then, because remember, a standard in a framework, you have an overall idea of what the standard says, you'll be able to write the answers. But now with MCQs, they don't know which part of the standard can be picked up as a question. So only thing is, you might want to be a little more focused in what you're dealing with. Okay. Group 2 old syllabus plan without coaching. Shiva, again I said without coaching. It depends again, without coaching. See, I don't think that, you know, doing self-study is a great crime at this point of time. But without coaching, what will you do? You just have to kind of try and read everything and understand yourself once. So first in this point, like April and May, try to finish off doing your syllabus. Keep May for revision because you have an extra edge on that. You can try dealing with that in that manner. Beyond that I can't comment, because see, I being a faculty, I am not saying that you have to go to a class, but the fact is today the problem is with self-study, people, one, don't have 100% concentration on what they do. Two, even if they have, there's a huge risk of understanding whatever you feel like. So you got to be kind of very sure about what you need to or what are you doing in that. That's all, nothing more than that. Okay, so how to read chapter 9, financial statement, audit of financial statement. Audit of financial statement. Do one thing, there's a video on the very same platform. It's called quick tips on vouching, verification and special audit. I think you can go with that. Gino, sir, which material should I refer for ITSM other than institute material? Institute material is great, Gino, and then you can as well run through on the practice manual. Since you said ITSM, I believe you are from the old syllabus. Go with the practice manual, because I'm not really sure about what other authors have. So I'm because any author, any content, they can't write it better than what is written in the institute material, because their primary content will be that. Only thing they might have used some different font, different colors, maybe all that, but otherwise primary content is always from the institute material. So I believe you can kind of go with that. Gino. Venkat, answer for CA final. Yeah guys, all those who are waiting an update on CA final from November 19, that is very soon, maybe in the month of May, that is 6 months prior to the exam, we will be releasing CA final auditing classes, both online and in pen drive mode. So that's the good news that I have for CA final guys who are appearing in November 19. I will soon put up that information on our Insta and Facebook platforms as well, and herein we will come down once we are ready to launch. We will launch it through a YouTube live session only. We will launch that, do not worry. So all you guys out there who are looking for final, let others know that classes are coming your way very soon. So how to crack CA IPCC group 2 in remaining days? Naveen, there's a lot of time. Why can't you crack CA group 2? So that's what all this conversation was all about. So if you can go back and cross check, I think you can still do that. Sukumar, so Sukumar, may I know institute books are enough to pass IPCC exam? Sukumar, absolutely. The institute study material, and of course if you're in the old syllabus, the practice manual, it is amazing. That's it. You can definitely stick to the institute material. Flowchart is little tricky. Number 18. Yeah, I think it required a little bit of concentration. More than asking you to draw a flowchart, I think they asked you for the execution of a flowchart. I don't think it's a difficult thing, Aruna. I think you just have to, kind of stay more focused in the exam, because yeah, I did realize that what effect it can have on a student in the exam, but I believe that that is the level of proficiency that you need to have for an exam. So as long as you are good at drawing flowcharts, I don't think that would be a real problem. It was just tricky. It is, but of course a lot of students lost marks in the computation of those values, so I don't think that's why people are more happy about that. But I think you will get to draw flowcharts this time. Let's see that. Bhargav, no proper response from tuition.in working staff. Bhargav, if there is anything you might want to exclusively let me know, or you might, I don't think that will be a problem. Our admins will be responding, because only a little while ago, a few days before, we had an issue about a site. It was not up for 1 or 2 days, but for that I don't think really there's any problem. Please do let me know if there's anything. You can do a direct message, right? I believe that will help you a great deal. I don't see it. Generally they don't do that, but yeah, please do let me know if there's any problem, and we will try and sort that out. Absolutely, don't worry about it. F.E. Francis, sir, for ITSM concentrating only on PM, is it a good idea? If you already are through with the subject once and then trying to redo the whole thing and revise, yeah, concentrating on PM will be good. See, PM is a great book for all of you guys out there. from the old syllabus. Practice manual is a great book because it's a compilation of the form of question and answers. But if you ask me, do I solely rely on that? I'm not the one to really take a bit on that. But if you want to get great marks, you can really do that. Should not be a problem. Finish the syllabus once and stick to the practice manual. I think you will really find that. Ashok, Venkat, TN65, all of you guys saying hi now. Hi to all of you. I've been there almost 40 minutes round, right? How to prepare for standards and auditing. Standards and auditing, guys. Once again, all those guys who've been asking about standards, let me give you an idea. I think I did this in the past. But once again, since a lot of guys you are new here, let me see. So standards we talk about, go by frameworks. Understand the framework of every standard. You try to really try and capture and understand the framework of every standard. You know what you're doing when you're doing a framework? Say for example, we have 315. Standard number 315 will be broken down like this into 4 parts. That is understanding the entity and environment, understanding the internal controls, okay, and then identifying and assessing the risk, and then we also talk about significant risk. Now if you go for every standard, you will have a framework like this. And you talk about understanding entity has 5 points, internal control has 5 points, this is 4 points, this is 6 significant risk. Now this entire picture right now when I am explaining you is flashing in my head. So as long as you are able to comprehend the standard and present, try to understand this, this will really do a great job for you to understand what exactly will be the thing. Okay, so that's what is the case. That is how you prepare for standards. First read the whole content. Read the content completely. What is it? What are the keywords? Try to understand all of that. Once you read the content completely, pick up the keywords. Right, keywords in the sense every standard makes some kind of a sense there. Then you integrate that into this framework. Have the picture of this, and I believe you all can have a great idea. Okay, about this. So please provide group 2 preparation strategies. Sindhuja, this session was all about that only. Please go back if you've joined late. And what did I tell you as to how you go about in group 2? Really again, with the required number of days, what you're supposed to do has been told in the beginning. So any quick revision lectures at this time? IT and SM guys, you are already having the quick revisions alive, Aruna. Audit I might come up, one combined revision session. Planning for old and new syllabus both together, maybe of all the standards. I want to try and do that very quickly, maybe soon, because we have the extended time here. I might release a revision video very soon, a quick revision video for audit, combining old and new syllabus in one video. I think that might kind of be possible. So that is something that we need to check that out. We will see that. Okay, Naresh, Naresh, if you're going by an author's book, it's up to you. Like I'm not saying that's not something that you're not supposed to do, but it becomes a difficult thing there. Nothing wrong in sticking out to the thing. You might want to just check that out. I think it's a great book. You can go with it. So all the others, this is how you go with it. Now once again, let me just go for group 2. A lot of you have been asking, right? So we have advanced accounting here, and then we have audit here. We also have IT, SM or EIS, SM for that matter, and new syllabus guys, the extra thing you have is FM and economics. Okay, now considering this piece, so right now if you have still ain't started, I am talking about balance of 15 days in March plus your 30 days of April, plus because you have only group 2, you also earn an extra 6 days in June. Okay, so which just means that you are totally thorough by, like say there another 35 days only I am taking. So this, if you look at it, 80 days, which are way too amazing, which means even if I take out, you still have, if you are doing only old syllabus, you have 16 days. Okay, I mean I'm sorry, right? You have what, 25 days for 3 subjects. That is considering that you still, I am giving you a buffer of 80 days, like I am taking only 75. Or you can still go with 26 also, nothing wrong in that. And the new syllabus, guys, you have 20 days. But now, like, how you face it out, because this all time is not available for only doing it. So what I suggest you to do is 20 days per subject, but we can't go by days. So what I'll do is this 15 and 30 days of April, you should be through with complete understanding. Okay, complete understanding of the subject plus revision number 1. If you are through with both these by end of April, this extra 35 days is your whole cushion, which still means if it's the old syllabus, it's roughly 12 days per subjects to revise, and it's almost, again, let's say 36 days, you're going by roughly anyways 9 days per subject here for each of this in the new syllabus. Now, how will you revise is by, not redoing the whole thing again. Revision. So while you do your conceptual understanding in revision 1, you need to keep a summary material or summary material ready for everything. This, don't beg, don't download, don't do anything. This is something that is handmade, handcrafted. Your understanding, your material. This is exactly what we need. Okay. So this summary material is something that's going to be a golden tool for you. If not now, in the later times, that is what is going to help you a great deal, because at that point of time only you will have a thorough understanding of what you will be dealing with. Okay. So for every subject like audit now, like say if you go by the institute material, it comes down to around 400 to 450 pages. But all that I wanted to have is anything between 80 to 100. That's all. Because 80 to 100 very much revisable one day before the exam. But it's not. Same thing with IT. 50 pages or 50 to 70 pages. That's it. That's what you need to have. SM. Anywhere between 40 to 50 pages. That's it. This is what you need to have as a summary material. Okay. And that's exactly where all advanced account, important concepts in one place. FM, all the formulas in one place. Economics, summary module. So if you have this, I think then your group 2 is going to be kind of very amazing. So that's why I'm looking at what you are taking for the group 2 as an elongated strategy. That's what you can look back at. Okay, more questions coming in. I will look at what it is. Okay, just give me a minute here. We will talk about that. Good, job done. Then yes. So which chapter is safe to skip in advanced accounting? Sorry Sri Lakshmi, I have no idea about which chapter is safe to skip. First of all, I don't suggest you to skip, and if at all you're skipping, I have no idea about advanced accounting, which chapter to skip. I'm not the right one to answer that. How to remember and present auditing and ITSM papers securing good marks. Sukumar, we're doing a separate session on that, don't worry. I will come back down, but that's not now. We will do that in May, because right now your focus is on completely preparing the concepts well. Try to understand. Of course, if you want, you can always go back. Those subjects are always there. Writing practice, RTPs, past exam questions. Sure, everybody who are worried about preparation. See, the very idea of coming now is to explain you this revised strategy, so that you get these extra time. You can have the number of days and time split and try to understand it in a better manner. We will definitely do. Don't worry. Sir, what is the difference between chapters in IT, new syllabus and old syllabus? I am planning to buy pen drive classes. I am from old syllabus. What should I do? You have to buy the old syllabus. New syllabus is not even called IT. It's called Enterprise Information Systems, which is a completely different topic when compared to IT. Yeah, of course, you might have a few common concepts, but that's not what you're looking at. Okay, so all you guys, Aruna, don't worry, all of that will come back. So we will soon be coming up with all of that. And I'm there for another few minutes, guys. If you want to shoot any questions, you can shoot up. So that was the main idea of coming to live today. And also let me tell you that once again, I just wanted to remind you of our platforms here. On your YouTube, we will use this for live sessions. On all exclusive practical topics, we'll be doing that. And our Instagram and Facebook are platforms for our multiple choice questions. And we also do once in a while an Insta live. Okay, that is when we decide that we're exclusively a face-to-face thing needs to be done. That's when we go for Insta live. And then on Facebook and Instagram, questions will be posted. Soon schedules are coming. So if you're not part of the Insta or Facebook channels as yet, you can straight go there, check out, and you can be part of that. For all your live sessions future, we will again, of course, through tuition.in on this platform, I will always be stay connected with you. E-capsules of ICI can be used for IPCC. You can, but again, there'll be, if you're very new to that, I don't think that might really interest you. You can try doing it one chapter. Maybe you can, if you are kind of happy with that, you can go with this. Effie is asking, what, sir, should we study all subjects in a day, or it's a good idea to go with only one subject a day? I think sometime back I just told you that the point is, like if you stick to one subject, it makes you look more monotonous. So, I think you should kind of try and mix up at least minimum of 2 subjects if you can work it out. Where is that screen that I'll pull you back to that screen and see? I think this one was it. See, you can go with that. If you have only group 1, believe me, if you're writing only group 2, then I think it's always better to mix up. Do advanced accounting for some time in a day, then mix it up with audit. Then do advanced accounting, mix it up with IT. Do advanced accounting, mix it up with SM. So I think if you can split that slots and do that, I believe that carries the tempo, and you're there throughout the group. Doing one subject, like I said, puts you too much monotony. Sai Suresh says, thank you so much. Your thank you is not a real thing that I expect for. I do this only to guide you guys. Don't worry, don't thank me. I believe it's part of my time that I can give you guys, and if it betters you, and that's what I look for in this. Okay, so all of you doing this, I will soon see you back. We'll come back and catch up again on some of the other things. So if you haven't done something that I've asked you to do in the past, please go there, do it, and stay around with us. So will you tell me plan for CA final number 19 new syllabus? Mahesh, I believe CA final, yes. Which subject are you looking at? Ideal only with audit and CA final. I'm pretty sure that giving you an entire plan for CA final would be a big challenge for me right now. So if you want to have an audit plan, yeah, I can really do that. Aruna, ICA mock test. Choice is yours, guys, to write the ICA mock test. Or like if you think that traveling there and writing that, and you can always do a self-evaluation. You don't have to go there, write a mock test, and then really worry about what the results are. But all that I'm saying is, stay more focused on what you're doing. That's it. Don't go by the dates of the exam and all that. You want to write a later mock exam for yourself, you can always do that. So do not stick to doing only that. I think. So that's what it is. So guys, I think I did kind of try and put up my thoughts about the extended 35-36 days. So I hope this session would help you in revising your plans and studies. Those of you who didn't have classes, get one. Those of you who are looking for crash courses, go do it. And those of you who are looking at platforms for MCQs and other things, here we are. Okay, yeah, I will do that soon, back in resuming those MCQs. And for all those guys out at Kerala, if there's anybody watching out from Kerala, I will be again back in Kerala for 5 days, from the 1st of April to the 5th of April, and you can get back to us on the details. So all of you guys watching out there, it's been again nice catching up with you guys. I will soon catch up again with more of ideas on MCQs. There are some sessions lined up for you guys. We will try and plan out some strategies on how to answer MCQs. I already told once on what are the approaches to MCQs. Now I'll pick up some examples. Maybe like in one of these sessions, we will come up with a few MCQs. We will try to answer them live, and then we'll try and make a real idea about how we are going about it. Venkat, so what about correct and incorrect? I don't know, because it's still there in the RTP. So you might still get correct and incorrect questions. Maybe you might not get 18 to 16, but maybe you can get still 5 into 2, 10 marks. I'm not really sure, but still they have given it in the audit RTP. So there is always a possibility that they may still be there along with the reasons, Venkat. So I'm not really sure on that, because in the RTP it just shows me that they are pretty much there. So it's a great thing if they are there. You get 30 marks at MCQs. You're good at concept, you can grab that. True or false have always been an easy affair. You might still want to be there. Okay, Rohit. So what's the difference between vision shared and shared vision? Of course. Okay, I get a subject question after long. Naveen, is there any strategy to get exemption in audit and ITSM? Naveen, what will I tell you if you ask me for a strategy? Okay, I believe I've seen you be part of the live sessions in the past also. See how many people have shared us their stories. Okay, so it's been kind of I don't know, like, how do I say, a lot of people have already scored it. See, stay focused on the concept, study well, write well. Execution, I will come down again with a session on executing. We will discuss about question answers, and this is the question how to write and all that. Writing makes that entire skill. Okay, so we will try and deal with it, do not worry. Mahesh, have you released any quick revision for final? Quick revision for final isn't there, but some techniques on professional ethics, they're already there. And I'm coming up with a combined video for final IPCC for revising almost all the standards. We will talk about that. Okay, right there when I tell you that past people have cleared, here is Kiran. So your class are very helpful, I cleared IPCC, thank you, welcome to final. Rohit, don't worry, I am going to answer that. Is there anybody who is going to take up Rohit's answer there? Would you like to answer what is the difference between shared vision and vision shared? Is there anybody who's watching out? A lot of people are watching out, right? Is there anybody? Come on, let's see how it's going to go with, and then I will take up Rohit's questions. Rohit, let's look out for some people who are trying to get their answers. It's been long. Gino, sir, I'm from Kerala. Where will you come for classes? I want to join ITSM. ITSM, I already come this month from 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. I was in Kerala doing a revision of ITSM. So, okay, Aruna is coming up with the answer. Come on, come on. Mahesh, I also cleared audit and IPCC with the help of your videos. Thanks Mahesh, thanks Kiran. You guys come back and tell us this. That's kind of really motivating for all of us. We can really, it's really good to know that, something like this happens with us. Okay. Are there any changes in November 18 to May 19 except from joint audit standard? Praved, joint audit standard, yes, definitely there's a change. Along with that, I don't know if you have already revised standard number 720, SA 720 on other information. There is a change on that. SA 720 and SA 299. Both those videos are available. What are the changes in 799 and okay? I think you can go to the tuition.in platform and you can obviously cross check on what it is. 720 is also revised with other information, a little bit of that, where you have to give that other information, thinking the reporting and all that is there. 299 anyway, I believe you are aware of it. So that's all, that is the only change. And of course the Companies Amendment Act 2017, whatever changes have been made from sections 139 to 148 with respect to the Amendment Act, that also is pretty much applicable, but I think that's applicable from the last attempt itself, so not a problem. Amar Ilya, sir, I want to start CA, where to start? Okay, it's right now not something that I can answer, I'm really sorry about that. Shared vision is by management, vision shared from employees. Okay, I don't deny that, but Rohit, please understand, shared vision, see, the point is, you make a vision. Who makes a vision? The management. When you make a vision and then tend to press it on all the people who are doing it, that is called a shared vision. You make a vision and then you share it with all the employees, because if you make a vision, you will not be the only one trying to achieve that by yourself. So you can't do that alone. When you can't do that alone, what is that you will do? You will look for help from the employees. So that's when you will share your vision with people. That's the first thing that you will do, wherein you talk about giving up a shared vision. So a shared vision is something that management provides to all its employees trying to achieve something. Now what happens is, with the vision shared, once the vision has been shared, the vision shared is executed by all these people, wherein it's more by the lower levels, like maybe in the lines of management or employees. So they make that vision shared and taken further. Okay, so a vision made in my mind and shared it with people, that becomes a shared vision, while that vision shared is taken up and then it is executed, that becomes vision shared. I hope I'm trying of kind of being clear. If there's anything that you want to ask, you can also. Shared vision is forced, vision shared is very helpful. Yeah, I think, it's not, you can't call it forced because you're working for the organization. It's impressed upon you. We expect you to do that for us. That's what it is. So shared vision is not forced, okay? Like, kind of. So can we expect 15 marks each from IT and SM? I hope so. That is what we're looking at when we say 30 marks in that 15 each. Amar, sir, please answer my questions. Amar, the point is we're dealing something exclusive. Somebody who wants to join a CA, please look up to something that I really don't. I can't help you with that right now because we'll be deviating from what we're doing here. I'm really sorry about that. So my friends want to attend your audit and SM class in Hyderabad. When will you start? Please inform. Kiran, can you please send us a personal message because I don't really think that I can share all of that with you right now because a lot of people watching from different places. Either on Instagram or on Facebook, if you can really do a small ping, then I think it will make sense. I will reply to that. You will be able to get those dates. Rohit, thank you. You're welcome, Rohit. If at all that has helped. Nothing. I have a vision. If I share it, it's a shared vision. When that vision, which has been shared, has been taken and worked upon, that's what it is. Okay, guys. So I believe that's been a great deal of thing to work with. So revise your plans, stretch up to what you guys can do, and make the most of the time that you get, and look out for advantage. So please upload CA final new syllabus, company audit material for the CA final new syllabus. I think I can provide you that. We will do that, but Kiran, yeah, please do that. Ping me on Insta or on Facebook. I will respond to that as you see that. Forward and backward linkages. Murli, all of you guys are too late in asking, but anyways, nevertheless, that's the last thing that I can take up for now. Okay, forward and backward linkages. See, we are doing vertical integration, okay? No, you're talking about forward and backward linkages. Okay, say then it's not definitely vertical integration. You're talking about managing linkages, right? So when you talk about that, so you need to really understand when it comes to managing the linkages. So primary activities to support activities, and then support activities back to like primary activities. So moving in there, that's what are you sure you're asking me forward and backward linkages or forward and backward integration? Can you please check that out quickly, so that I can be very sure about what I'm answering, because I just have a slighter thing about what you're asking. If it's about forward and backward linkages, nothing like that, you can go with that. If you're asking forward or backward integration, then there's a different answer. That's why. Are you talking about the value chain analysis concept of managing linkages, and then we're talking about forward and backward linkages? Sure, I can explain you that. Yeah, so that's the point. Forward and backward linkages. Yeah, this is what. So there's a connect between primary and support to primary. So you move that in the direction of primary to support activities and support. That's what is called managing forward and backward linkages. Okay. Yes, this video will be uploaded right after this live session. Do not worry about it. So I hope you got that point. It's part of the value chain analysis thing. See, in value chain we have primary to support and support. The managing linkages part. So if you're going from forward linkage and the backward linkage, that is what it is. Can you be specific on what you want to ask? Okay, so that is what we will be looking at. Only if you have got what I said, so that connection between from where to where the flow is, that's what is called forward. And if you're talking about linkage between a strategy, see, for that, what happens is the corporate level frames a strategy, and then the business level understands it, and then it's put up to the functional level. Okay, this is moving forward. Then based on the understanding of what functional level has, get back to the business level and get it back to redrafting a strategy, right? This is again called backward. So this is forward chaining and backward chaining. This is forward and backward linkage. You have forward and backward integration if you're moving one step up or down in the rank chain. Okay. So guys, I believe I've tried to clarify all your points. So go with the plan, stick to the plan, do something with that, have a revised strategy. It looks kind of really amazing to meet you guys every time I come on live. So stay in touch. We'll come back soon with another live session discussing many more topics. I will see you soon guys. Thank you. Good night.